If you are new here, welcome. And if you are not, welcome back. Hugs. Bougie kiss, mwah. Bougie kiss, mwah. Hi, guys. So before we go any further, you already know what I am about to say. If you would like one-on-one coaching with yours truly or anything else that I may offer, www.lawofassumptionprincess.com. Please make sure that you read my disclaimer in full before booking because it helps you out. It helps me out and it just makes everything easier for the both of us. Mwah, thank you. Love you. Anyway, you guys, so as you may or may not know from my last video, I have manifested my engagement. I am engaged to the love of my absolute life, and she is my perfect woman. She's so perfect that the night that I met her, I literally told her, I said, I absolutely wholeheartedly manifested you, like, because everything that I wrote down, okay, on my list for my ideal partner, every single attribute, I'm talking appearance, I'm talking gender presentation, I'm talking height, I'm talking characteristics, I'm talking every single thing. She is that, okay? So I'm just gonna talk a little bit about that and just give you guys like just a few more details on exactly what it is that I did when I was actively manifesting her. So I told y'all in the first video that of course I was assuming the identity of a married woman because I just knew that that was one of my truths. I knew that my manifestation of being a married woman, and not just a married woman, but married to my perfect partner, was going to come to fruition because I'm permeating in it, I'm living in it, I'm accepting it, I'm literally regurgitating this information to my subconscious mind, and also like people in the 3D. I told y'all how I brought my engagement ring and I would wear my own engagement rings way before I got like even proposed to. And I wore them under the knowing and understanding that this will be me. This is my story, right? So like I just said, one of the things I did when it came to manifesting my perfect woman was I made a note. I made a note and I made it like as long and as thorough as I would like to, because I wanted to have a clear vision for myself in my head of like, okay, who is my ideal woman? Who is this ideal person that I would like to manifest? So like, I'm not gonna go like super into detail because like, a little private, but you know, okay, like for instance, I wanted her to have a beautiful smile. I wanted her to be only interested in monogamy and marriage, something long-term, fulfilling, commitment-based. I wanted her to be selfless. I wanted her to like to eat. I wanted her to spoil me, treat me like a princess. I wanted her to be the kind of person who was fluid in their gender presentation. So I wanted her to be a little more masculine sometimes and also a little more feminine sometimes. I wanted to kind of have like a person that could like switch up because that's my type. That is my personal type. I like the girls who can do the switch up. That's my thing. It itches a scratch for me. I just love that. I wanted somebody who loved my body wholeheartedly, loved my body, made me feel comfortable, made me feel like the most beautiful woman in the world. Check, check, and check. I wanted a soft, caring, understanding, great communicator of a woman. Check, check, and check. I wanted all of these things because these are principles that are important to me in a relationship. So again, you can get as colorful and as thorough as you like. I got very, very, very thorough. And literally, I just don't think that there's one singular thing on this list that is not a trait that exists within my fiance. Like perfect from head to toe. Now, I also understood like with this knowing, I couldn't settle for less, and I didn't want to settle for less. I didn't want to be okay or convince myself to be okay with receiving something that was less than what I decided was going to take place for me. And of course, y'all already know what I'm about to say, self-concept, because self-concept in these kinds of areas are really, really, really important. You don't want to be the kind of person, because this could also be like considered just wavering in general, but you don't want to be the kind of person where you're just taking scraps and you're just taking crumbs and like convincing yourself, oh, this is as good as it can get. You know what I mean? I understand I can hold space for like maybe being a bit frustrated with your current circumstances, maybe being a bit frustrated with your love life. But the thing is, again, you don't have to string those things along and keep continuously identifying them as your own property, because the more that you give those things a space to roam free, the more that they're just going to regurgitate and pop up and show their face, because that's all you keep claiming, that's all you keep saying for yourself. So I would go to bed, I would do like sats. I like sats. But a lot of times I would just be visualizing. And again, when you're visualizing and you sit down, you don't have to be visualizing in 1080 HD. Okay? It doesn't have to be 4K. You can just sit down with the intention of, okay, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to meditate, I'm going to quiet my mind, and I'm just going to allow myself to embrace the feeling of what it would be like for me to live in this reality, for me to be this version of myself. That is exactly what I did. I call it just getting quiet. Whenever I say I'm getting quiet, what that means is I'm going in my room, I'm turning on my subliminals, I'm turning on my frequencies, and I'm shutting up, and I'm reading my affirmations, I'm scrolling through Pinterest, or I'm just closing my eyes and just letting myself live in that enamored state of knowing, okay? That is genuinely what I did, okay? The reason I really wanted to make this video is I feel like so many people get so hyper fixated on like, what did you do? What did you do? What was the technique? What was the answer? How did you make her pop up in the 3D? How did you get her to do this? How did you get her to show you all this love? How did you get proposed to? How? And the thing was, y'all, I didn't follow a specific arithmetic. My thing at this point, and y'all know I don't hate techniques, but my thing at this point is assuming the identity. Identity is everything. Identity and self-concept are one and the same. Assuming the identity, living in the knowing, so conviction. Knowing that it's done, which is just like, if you want to be real, not only confirming your identity, but validating it. It's like sticking to your guns. It's sticking to your guns. It's sticking to your guns. It's sticking to your truth. But also, the reason I started doing things this way, getting quiet, shutting up, calming down, visualizing, is because I realized that is what felt good to me. That is what felt natural to me. That is what felt least forceful to me. That is what felt most fulfilling to me, was to just not get so intertwined with, how do I make it happen? How do I make it happen? Because the more that you are like literally heightening your emotions and freaking yourself and psyching yourself out, like throwing your psyche off, it's just like the more unstable you get in your ability to choose what is already your reality. You know what I mean? So this felt good to me. When I would do these things, when I would just, like I said, read my notes, write it out, visualize, put on a meditation, put on a subliminal, put on a frequency, that is what regulated my nervous system. That is what made things feel good to me. That is what made me feel hella regulated. Because I already felt super stable and secure in my identity. I knew that as source, I can't go wrong. So I took a lot of my focus off of the doing. I just didn't identify with doing. I didn't care to do anything. All I cared about was making myself feel good, reminding myself continuously that I was the best version of myself that I could ever possibly be. And that was it. That was the beginning, the middle, and the end for me, as I always say, because it's just too lethargic and too much of a headache for me, knowing that I'm the source, knowing that I'm the creator of my reality, to do work. I didn't feel like doing work. I felt like, especially at this point, I feel like I have been doing a lot of work already. I did all the internalized, all that shit I did in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not at that point in my journey where I want to like work hard, and no, I'm at the point where I already understand these fundamentals of the law. And the reason I'm saying this all right now, I'm kind of going on this tangent, is because a lot of y'all already have the knowing and the understanding of the law, but you still feel like there has to be a hard part. You still feel like you have to earn it. You still feel like it has to be this upward battle, when all you have to do is accept it. When all you have to do is marinate in it. When all you have to do is consistently show up as that version of yourself, but everybody be trying to do instead of be. Okay, so I was tired of doing. I just wanted to be. So I wanted to be relaxed. I wanted to be happy. I wanted to be joyous. I wanted to be over the moon. I wanted to be regulated as fuck. I wanted to just enjoy. So this is what I started doing. That I don't have. It wasn't no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in this order and this. No, that's what I did. Identity first, conviction second, doing whatever the hell makes me feel good third. Okay, so that was the sequence of order, the sequence of events that took place, and that is how I manifested my perfect woman. When I would lay down, I would go in my mind's eye and I would talk to her. If I felt lonely and I really wished that she was here and I really, really missed her, I would go in my mind's eye and I would tell her, hurry the hell up, get here. If I was really like heartbroken or felt a lot of pain, I would go in my mind's eye and I would vent to her, okay? And she showed up right on time, perfect for me. Everything treats me like a princess. Oh my God, that's just an understatement. It's really an understatement. Makes me feel like I am the only woman on the face of this earth. Spoils me to death. The trust, it's there. It's there. It's all so perfect, as it should be. You know what I mean? So there you have it. That is what I did, folks. That is genuinely what I did. And honestly, the more that you lean into being the operant power, or like I say a lot, the omnipotent power, the more you'll understand it doesn't have to be a headache, okay? It doesn't have to be a headache. But I just want to leave you guys with this. Make sure that you follow me on social media, okay? I'm always active, all right? And until next time, you guys know that I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you.
Switching conversations for you.